Hi, my son Jared recently asked if I would help him make a recipe that's been a family favorite of ours for years. More than 30 years ago, when my grandpa passed away, some people from their church had provided food for after the services. There was one particular dish that I could not quit eating, it was so good. Luckily, my mom was able to obtain the recipe from the people that provided it, and we have been eating it for more than 30 years. Please come with me today while I teach my son Jared how to make hominy chicken. Okay, you will find this hominy chicken recipe is really easy to make. It's pretty much a one dump pot recipe that you're going to put into a pan. I do deviate from a couple of things that it has on here. Number one, the recipe calls for cheese whiz with jalapeno peppers. They no longer make cheese whiz or Velveeta with the jalapeno peppers, so I just add a little bit more salsa. So what we're going to use is 8 ounces of cheese whiz or Velveeta. We try not to eat processed food, so I actually made this morning. This is homemade Velveeta cheese. You're going to use 1 can of cream of chicken. This is organic cream of chicken. Again, I have a half cup of salsa. You can use the store-bought, but I actually had some that I had made just a couple days ago, so I'm using that. And we're going to use 2 cans of hominy, which has been drained. I prefer the yellow hominy because it has a lot more flavor than the white does, but that preference is up to you. So basically what I'm doing is I'm heating up the cheese whiz, or in my case, homemade Velveeta. I'm going to add the 1 can of cream of chicken to the Velveeta, and we're going to get that heated up. Okay, so we have our cream of chicken that's been added. I'm going to give that a good stir right there. And again, this is really easy. Now, I will admit that this does not look the most appetizing. However, the flavor profiles are amazing, so please do not judge it by the way it looks. Okay, now that I have that incorporated, I'm going to add the salsa to it. Give that a stir. Again, this is the part that probably doesn't look that appetizing, but I'm telling you, it is so delicious. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. Garlic you can do to your taste. My husband doesn't care for a lot of garlic, so I'm just going to go easy on it. And then the recipe calls for Lawry salt. I don't use Lawry salt. I use this Creole seasoning. That's a preference up to you. So I'm just going to add a little bit for salt, and you can always add more salt at a later time. Gonna go ahead and give that a good stir. Then we're going to add the drained hominy. Give that a stir. And your chicken. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a spoon for this part. Looks a little thick. So go ahead and stir all of that together really good. And this is a glass pan I've prepared at 8 by 8, which I've sprayed with, I use the Ghee spray. You can use whatever type of spray you use to cook with. And you are simply going to put it into the dish. And this is going to go into a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. Now, the recipe calls to top the hominy chicken with Fritos. I stopped doing that because when you cook the Fritos, they become soggy. And then when you reheat the dish, it is also soggy. So what I do now is our family just puts a bag of Fritos on the table. And then we use them while we're eating the hominy chicken when it's been cooked. Now again, I will mention Fritos corn chips. Once the hominy chicken is cooked, again, 30 minutes on 350, you're going to want to add the Fritos as you're eating them. This ties the whole dish together. So that is it for hominy chicken. I hope you guys enjoy it. And please leave me a message in the comment below if you do eat it and make it and what you think of it. Thank you for joining me and have an amazing day.